Good evening, my fellow Zambians. Mulishani bonse, muli bwanji, muli buti, mchwani, muli chete, muli makola. Today, as I stand before you, I am filled with a profound sense of responsibility and hope. I come before you not just as a candidate for president, but as a fellow citizen. A citizen who shares in the dreams, the struggles, and the aspirations of our great nation as we prepare to commemorate yet another Independence Day. It is a moment for us to reflect on our journey. 61 years ago, our nation emerged from the shadows of colonialism, ignited by the unwavering spirit of our founding fathers. They gave us our political independence. But the fight for our economic independence, that fight continues. Our founding fathers came together with a shared vision, making a bold declaration that echoed from the Mafinga Hills down to the Gwembe Valley, from the shores of Lake Bangwehulu to the Balose Plains, that we would be one Zambia, one nation. Now, let us think about that vision. Theirs was a vision of a country where the name on our lips was not Tonga, or Bemba, Lozi, Ongoni, but simply proudly Zambian. A nation united not by our differences, but by the common hopes we share for a better future. They knew then what we must remember now, that one Zambia, one nation is not just a motto. It is the only economic plan that works. Because nothing works outside of unity. As many of you know, I was born in Mufulira, a town built on the sweat and sacrifices of miners, like my late father, Joseph Mudolo. These were men from every province, every tribe, and every creed, all laboring side by side over 1,000 meters underground. And down there, in the dark, you could not see tribe. You only saw the man next to you, the brother whose life depended on yours, and yours on his. That was the Zambia we knew growing up. A Zambia where our shared humanity came first. Yet today, that beautiful vision of a united Zambia hangs by a thread. Instead of a strong, inclusive Zambian identity, we have become a country fractured by division, tribes against tribe, regions against regions, parties against parties. We find ourselves caught up in a web of political tribalism, a growing cancer that seeks to elevate one group at the expense of another. But make no mistake, this politics of division is not merely a threat to our national unity. It is a deliberate strategy to prevent our economic independence. It is the direct cause of our economic failure. While we are encouraged to fight one another, the real issues facing our families continue to grow and worsen day by day. Our economy has been trapped in a protracted recession for many years. And many of our mothers are struggling under the weight of an unbearable cost of living. Our youth, talented young men and women, see no future, their dreams suffocated by the lack of jobs and opportunity. This is not just an economic statistics. It is a crisis of hope that unfolds in so many homes across our country today. We all know this. Compounding these struggles is the waste energy crisis we have faced since independence. It is a crisis that dims the lights in our homes, cripples our small businesses, and robs our children of the chance to study at night. This darkness, my fellow Zambians, is more than a lack of electricity. It is a symbol of a nation whose potential is being tragically squandered. And what I would like to emphasize here, ama problems I could tell you, marketeer, teti mushitishe na fresh fish. Teti mushitishe ma markets pantu ama right na ya shupa. Ifi tafifu ilokula chitika after 61 years of independence. And perhaps, most painfully, the basic freedom we assumed on October 24th, 1964, the freedom to speak without fear, the freedom to assemble, the freedom to have different views, all these freedoms are now under threat. A climate of fear has descended on our country, where patriotism is questioned and criticism is treated as a crime. This is not the Zambia that our founding fathers envisioned. This is not the Zambia that you seek to live in. Mwebe na Zambia. Monene filichitika. Ifi fika tutwala mafia. So, bane, let us reflect. What we are experiencing today is the West tribalism since independence, which is being driven by the current UPND government. Mwebe na Zambia, tatufuile okubwelela kufyala echitika moma 40s, moma 50s, before 1964. Mufuile okwishiba umulwani wenu ni nani? My fellow Zambians, let me tell you who your real enemy is. Your enemy is not your neighbor from a different province. Your enemy is the poverty that robs your family a decent livelihood. Your enemy is the unemployment that keeps our youth idle and without hope. Your enemy is the corruption that diverts the wealth of our nation into the pockets of a few politicians. Your enemy is a lack of medicine in hospitals. Your enemy is a load shedding that plunges your home into darkness and shatters the small businesses that make our communities thrive. I'm a barber shop, na bonse wa marketeer. Ubuchushi bwa chilamo. Tetumie mushitishe ichili chonse ichifuilo kwa mfriji. Aba nenso abakwata ma barber shop. Teti babe yemishishi. Ama business yonse ebakwete nayo naika. Ubuchushi na bufika bane. My fellow countrymen and women, that is your enemy. They divide us so we do not unite against their incompetence. Because when we unite, we will be able to fight them. But let me be clear. Their time is running out. And all of us, we have to think the same way. to remove this government that has caused a foundation that we never dreamed of, a foundation of division, a foundation that creates problems instead of uniting us. A new generation of Zambians is rising, a generation that refuses to be defined by the divisions of the past, a generation that is connected with international exposure to know what the country should do to become a better country, a generation that is informed and hungry for a Zambia that works for everyone. It is time to unite and build a new Zambia, a Zambia with a single unifying mission to achieve real economic independence. Let us direct our energy to find solutions. We must direct our efforts to compete each other innovatively. The youth, this is your assignment. Our vision is clear. Zambia will become a nation that produces, not just consumes. A lot of loans that Zambia has contracted, there's nothing to show. By now, Zambia was supposed to be generating domestic surpluses, but money has gone into the politicians' pockets, and we should say no to this. We will build this new economy by mobilizing finances from our own domestic resources and investing in diversified tradable sectors which will generate domestic surpluses. And this is going to deal with, it will help us to manage the public debt, which is increasing every day. We will enact financial sector reforms that will broaden our financial base and give our businesses a stable way to trade, opening opportunities to the rest of the world, domestically in the region and the rest of Africa and other markets. We will declare war on the corruption that has siphoned our resources, the money that needs to go and build hospitals, the money that needs to go and build schools so that there's no congestion in schools, the money that is supposed to be used to employ teachers on time, nurses on time, doctors on time, buy medicine and equip our hospitals. That money has gone into politicians' pockets, and we say no to this. This independence is the new beginning, the new era, which we are ushering in total transparency and commitment to the public cause. We will ensure that our copper, our cobalt, our emeralds, our gold, and several other minerals that we know, oil, and our fertile land benefit all Zambians, not just the politically connected. We will add value to our minerals before they leave our soil, meaning we should be able to manufacture what comes out of copper, what comes out of gold, what comes out of emeralds, what comes out of, and we sell as finished commodity. To our investors, local and international, we will do business differently. If you are an existing business that is in Zambia already, please do not be afraid that the new government is going to cause confusion or is going to destabilize you. We will make sure that we actually support you to do better, because we want you to be part of our supply chain that will deliver the outcomes and the development of our nation. As long as you're a business that is employing Zambians, that is creating opportunities, we will support you even do better. We will do fair, transparent, and mutually beneficial deals that bring real development. My fellow Zambians, we cannot build this economy in the dark. We will end this tragic energy crisis. In the short term, we will stabilize our national grid by upgrading existing hydro plants, investing in solar, and restoring idle generation capacity. We will encourage private sector participation to quickly bring more megawatts online. This is where we'll help our local entrepreneurs to be financed to participate in this. In the long term, our goal is to build a baseload energy system from diversified sources, including hydro, natural gas, and renewables. This will be a foundation of reliable power that never, ever switches off. We will manage our resources competently so that every home, every school, every hospital, and every factory has reliable electricity it needs to thrive. I just want to emphasize on this particular aspect. When we talk of private participation, we will also ensure that the local entrepreneurs will be supported. We are going to have an architecture, financing architecture in place that is going to support the local entrepreneurs to be able to participate in the energy generation. We will make sure that you are funded to generate more electricity that you will sell to the government. We are not going to let you go on your own, struggle to raise funds. We are not only going to let you depend on a power purchase agreement, but we will make sure that we work with all the entrepreneurs, those that have got interest in generating electricity. There's one of the gentlemen who I just spoke to is currently doing a power plant, a solar power plant in Zambia. He contacted me trying to raise funds, and I realized that there are so many of such, and these are the people that we are going to support. We will use modern technology to build social housing in our villages, complete with clean water, electricity, and access to schools and health care. Vane mwebe na Zambia, vekesa mukumi vepa, atiteti mukwata amayanda. Amayanda tukesa amikulila mumishi. Bonse mukala kwata amayanda asu mafia ya kutila. Uli onse fyo, nangoni minister utayalalamo. Ayamayanda government, yikala pera, bonse balia abashikweta pa kumokuboko. Abashikwete, ulupia erobenga kula. Kayanda akakutila tubaikala mobwino bwino na family. Our new Zambia will be a free Zambia. We will immediately repeal these cyber laws that have taken away our freedom of speech. We will defend the right of every citizen to speak their mind without fear and protect the freedom of the press, providing immunity for its work. So, some journalists won't say from the press, we will make sure that you are protected. Fellow countrymen and women, this is my commitment to you. To our teachers, the new Zambia will establish a financial mechanism to ensure you are well remunerated, provided with decent housing, and employed on time, no waiting. To our men and women in uniforms, your service and sacrifice will never be taken for granted. You will be adequately remunerated, well trained, and well equipped to protect our nation. To our nurses, doctors, and healthcare workers, you will be properly compensated on time and in full. We will rebuild our healthcare system so you can focus on saving lives, not on worrying about your own problems. To our elders, we will introduce a fair pension allowance for all citizens aged 65 and above, ensuring no elder in our land lives without dignity. This, of course, will be on a means-based. We have to know that you do not have access to income. Then the government will look after you. To our brothers and sisters with disabilities, you will not be left behind. We will ensure a decent and sustainable income structure that empowers you to live with pride. My fellow Zambians, this is our moment to take hold of our destiny. Let us rededicate ourselves to the unfinished work of our founding fathers, the work of achieving true economic independence. Let us build a Zambia where no one is left behind, a Zambia where justice is our shield, no political interference here in the judiciary, a Zambia where opportunity is the birthright of every citizen. So let us begin this new chapter, not as members of different tribes, but as proud Zambians united by a shared destiny. The Bible tells us how good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity. My fellow citizens, let us carry this spirit of Psalms 133 verse 1 and triumph over tribalism and political divisions. On this day, 61 years ago, Kenneth David Kaunda, Hari Mwanga Nkumbula, Simon Mwasakapwepwe, Scott Awina, Ruben Kamanga, and many young patriots, they stood on the verge of a new era, and they managed to secure our political freedom, not as different tribes, but as one Zambia. And the time to be that one nation is now. Let us rise together and build the Zambia we all know is possible. A Zambia of prosperity, a Zambia of freedom, a Zambia of unbreakable unity, and a Zambia that is economically independent. In order to build this Zambia, we must have change. But that change does not start with me. It starts with you. It starts when you register to vote. Vane mwalikwata maka through mukuvota. Kabiye ni mulembeshe mwebe na Zambia. Konsoko muli mwemisepela. Ebe ni bonse mumma communities omo mwava. Ati bambuya kaze nani kabiye ni mulembeshe bantu voti yenu. Eya mpela maka ukwisafu yapo ba UPND. Eba tuchushishe. Na tuchula na mchula bane. Tuachula ngabe na Zambia. Kabiye ni mulembeshe. My fellow young people, they want you focus on your tribe. I am asking you to focus on your destiny. They cannot take your future unless you hand it to them by refusing to vote. May God bless you, and may God bless the Republic of Zambia.